Welcome to Hodge Podge Australia. Today we are making a new Elsa cake to celebrate the Frozen Fever little snippet that comes out before the Cinderella movie. I have a doll cake, I have buttercream, I have some green fondant. It's sort of a teal green for Elsa's new dress. There's a new Elsa and new Anna out for Frozen Fever, that 7-minute little clip that's going to be coming out very soon. So I am going to show you how I am going to make this I wanted to give a go of the walking doll cake. I don't know if you've seen it. I think it's Ipo Bakery. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it properly. I'll put a link in the description box below. Does these wonderful walking doll cakes, and I really wanted to try my hand at it and see if I could create something similar. So it's a bit different to your regular doll cake. You don't cut just the section out the middle and then decorate the whole dress. I am going to cut a section out of the cake, and Elsa is actually going to sit in front of it, and the rest will be her dress, and it will look like it's sort of flowing down beside her and around her. Because the doll cake is a bit shorter than the dolls always end up being, I'm just going to chalk up the side with a little bit of my offcuts, and that will all get buttercreamed in together. Normally I do an extra cake to put on the base so that her feet will actually sit into the extra cake at the bottom, and that sort of raises up the dress level. But because I want to do this walking cake feature, we're just going to use just the doll cake pan, and we're going to fiddle with our cake until we have the shape that we like, and then it simply needs some crumb coating. That can then be placed in your fridge or your freezer to let the buttercream set before you apply your fondant. The fondant's actually going to go over the whole of the cake in one layer first. It's going to be the base of your dress. So this is another one where I've custom tinted the colour of the fondant. I've used a bit of teal and I've used a bit of leaf green until I've been happy with the green that I have to match Elsa's new dress. I'm trying a new little thing where I'm showing you two different ways I've done it. You'll see my little picture in picture up in the corner so you can see a top view of the cake as well as a front view of the cake. I hope this is a little bit more detailed for you and you can follow along. If you like this format, let me know in the comments and I will do it again in my future cakes. So there we can see my first layer, and then we are going to pop our Elsa doll into that divot. So it's really good because it already gives you that cover of the dress. So you don't need to worry too much when you're putting all your layers on because you already have the colour underneath. So if you have any openings, they're going to be covered with the extra colour underneath. I'm just going to find the nice position I can for Elsa's legs. I do want one of her toes pointing out so it looks like she's mid-walk. And with this dress, the cape is not removable, so that is a little bit of a issue, but I found to combat that, I clipped it up over her head. It's very attractive for Elsa there, having that clipped up over her head, but I needed it out of the way. What we're going to do now is we're just going to spend some time cutting strips of the fondant and draping it around where we would like on the cake. So this takes some time, as you can imagine. It's quite fiddly, but it is worth it in the end. With your Elsa doll too, because she has the cape on the back, you don't need to put a lot of layers on the back. I didn't actually put any layers on the back because I have it all covered by the cape. So it's extra fondant that you don't need to place on that cake. You do sort of need to be moving around. Obviously, when you're making this cake, it will be facing you so you can see it all the time. I'm having to sort of come around so you can see it on the video and I can see what I'm doing. So the good thing about the layers too is that it is very forgiving. You can put a layer down. If you're not quite happy with the placement, either take it off or just add another layer on top of it. You can, just build on top of your ruffles and it just looks lovely. So continue to roll out pieces of fondant, cut it into layers. You can do ruffling on the sides as you saw I did before, or you can make it look like it's flowing by adding a little pleat to the top and draping that around your Elsa doll until you are happy with the position of your cake. Do be sure to keep your fondant in a bag that you are not using before rolling it out to make your ruffles, because you don't want that fondant to dry out. And you do need quite a bit of fondant to be making these individual ruffles. So make sure you're keeping that separated so that it is nice and moist. When it is time to use it, you don't want to be putting dry fondant or trying to get cracked fondant onto this cake. If you like this type of style of cake, certainly let me know and I will try the walking doll cake again another time possibly with another Disney princess. If there's any princesses that you would like to see me recreate their dress, certainly let me know in the comments section. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more of our videos. Make sure you browse through our library of videos. See how many times I can say video. Maybe you should turn it into a drinking game. No, it's Monday. Don't do that. Forget I said it. I also have the new Anna doll, who has a lovely dress herself. Because Frozen Fever is set in summertime, they've got some lovely summery clothes on. So I will be doing an Anna cake for our Wednesday video, so make sure you stay tuned in for that one and come back to see it. Here is the Elsa Frozen Fever walking doll cake. I do hope you like it. I really like the ruffles. I can't wait to see the movie before Cinderella, and I do hope that we'll see you again real soon.